You might not know this, but I really wanted to get ahead of this before it went too wild and got out of control. But recently someone exposed me, and I felt like I should come on here and talk to you guys directly before this just got out of hand. I was recently exposed for being fake and photoshopping the acne that I had on my photos and my videos, and I have to admit that I am a fraud. I photoshopped the acne on my photos that you've seen in the past, my before photos. I photoshopped the acne in my videos, the countless videos that you've put up on Instagram and YouTube, showing my cystic acne, my nodular cystic acne, my blackheads, popping, pimples. All of that was an elaborate ruse, and I'm sorry. And for example, you see this photo, it's fake. You see this photo, it's fake as well. You see this clip, this video clip? Yeah, I deep faked that. Also this video here, it's deep fake as well. And well, all this is news to me, but I do have to thank Marvin Orr, because this kid, he was kind enough to let me know this week that I've been faking all of that. So thank you, Marvin. Let me read you the message that he sent me. So Marvin sent me a DM this week after multiple years of not DMing me, and he said, "Brian, I just wanted to say I hate your guts. I think you and your girlfriend are frauds, and I despise everything that you stand for, all caps. You are a joke. Your acne was fake, and you did it to gain followers, and I know that for a fact. Joke. Brian Turner is a fraud. Sammy Grimm is a pig. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink." And I blocked his account. Okay, so if you didn't detect the sarcasm in that first couple of minutes of this video, I do have to, I have to give myself a little hand for my acting skills. But this is not something that is new to me at all. I've definitely had so many different comments of people calling me a fake, a fraud, a scammer, exploiting my acne, all that kind of stuff. Again, just to be clear, all of my acne in the past is very real. I lived through it, and back then there was absolutely no way you could even do deep fakes. There's no way that you can Photoshop videos to have acne in them. I lived through all of that. All of that is very real, and I feel like it would pretty much take a moron to believe that all of that stuff was faked. It would be a huge effort on my part to fake all that stuff. But again, like I said, this is not a new thing. This is something I've dealt with for a really long time. So while his message was extremely harsh, and then he even decided to go and attack my girlfriend, which that is definitely over the line. I'm used to people attacking me, but that is a no-no right there. It's not surprising, right? And so while he's calling me a fake and a fraud, he's also claiming that my intention was to basically exploit these fake photos and videos of my acne to gain followers. Now, I know there are a lot of new people on the channel. The channel continues to grow, so a lot of you don't know the reason that I actually started sharing my acne journey. And if you'll just give me a few seconds, I'd love to explain it to you. Back when my acne started around 15, it was just mild to moderate acne, but then it got worse and worse and worse over the years until I had nodular cysts all over my face. It was extremely physically painful, literally to lay down on the pillow, and just like every single day it was hurting. When I play soccer, things would hit it, and it was bad. But also mentally, it was extremely hard to go through. It was something that psychologically really set me back, and it took a huge amount of work to keep myself positive, to gain back the confidence that I had basically just watched go right out the door, and just keep myself from being swallowed by depression. Because if I did not do anything, I would allow what other people were telling me and what I was telling myself to crush myself into a dark corner, and I would stay there and not leave. Through a lot of work, I was able to really change the way that I thought about myself, change my perspective, and ultimately really get through acne in a positive way that really led to me learning a lot of stuff. It actually advanced me as a person, and I'm really grateful for that. And so what I wanted to do when I started talking about my acne so openly and showing my videos and photos in high definition, all that stuff that at first was so difficult to do. There was a lot of friction in my brain saying, don't do this. This is going to be embarrassing. Your photos and videos will be everywhere. Everyone will see your insecurity. But ultimately, I realized that there are so many people in the same position that I was in, struggling with their acne, and I knew not everybody was going to be able to pull themselves out of that dark corner and pull themselves out of that depression and really gain back their self-confidence and learn to love themselves and not take what other people are saying to heart. And I realized that if I shared my content, shared my story, and shared my love, I could change the way that people saw themselves, and I could be that friend or that helpline that I needed when I was going through my acne at its worst. And so that is why I started posting the content. And of course, right, this guy is crazy, but I want to make it clear that that was my intention in the very beginning. That's the whole reason I did it. Back when I started talking about acne content, there weren't even YouTube ads. You couldn't even be paid for YouTube content. I literally have always been somebody who gains so much from helping others. And so it was natural for me to share my journey and my insecurities. And when somebody comes in and says something like this, I just get so many messages of people being like, yo, screw that guy. You're awesome. You helped me with this and that. Don't listen to that guy. And while I have a thick skin, it helps. And it is so good to see what you guys say. Now, I do want to read a couple of the responses because some of you guys were very angry and some of you were very comical. So let's look through these together. He's just mad at the world. It sounds like he sounds really unhappy because he can't stand that you changed your skin by changing your lifestyle. Commitment. I guess every person who struggled with acne wished it was fake. Jealousy. He clearly has some issues. He needs therapy. It's a misery loves company kind of thing. Poor parenting. He's mad because you cured your severe acne and now you have perfect skin, but you still preach about acne. Projection. His inner child is wounded. Someone hurt him and he lashes out at you to try and escape his pain. So those were just some of the responses that I got from you guys. And it makes sense, you know, when you care about somebody a lot and you see someone else angrily lashing out at them, especially in an attempt to hurt that person that you care about, it evokes a certain emotion. It stirs up these emotions because you don't want to see the person that you care about get hurt. And that is something that I take to heart. I appreciate so much that support that you guys give me. But like I said, I am very used to this kind of angry lashing out at me because I've made videos for so many years. So I've had years of bullies online, but also in real life. While I was going through my acne at its worst, I've had so much experience with these bullies. And so while in the past it really did sink in and would actually hurt me under my skin, you know, now I think I've grown a thick enough skin that it's something where I already in my brain dismiss it, right? And I think this can be used as a learning lesson. So this is actually a really positive thing that this guy decided to lash out at me. So I think we can all agree that this kid is got something in his life that's not right. He's angry, he's sad, he's depressed, whatever it is. I don't know which it is or why it is, but it's obvious that he's going through something and he's struggling and it's being projected towards me. Now, unfortunately, this is not a super rare occurrence. This is not just 1 out of 1,000 people. This happens all the time, and you will absolutely deal with not just one, but many a type of people just like this who are going to try to project that anger, that fear, that sadness, that depression onto you. Misery loves company kind of a thing. And when you're just thinking about it, you might say, it's going to be okay. I will be able to just dismiss it. But people are really good at trying to identify what your true insecurity is so that they can find that pain point on you and they can push on it as hard as possible. People are ruthless. So you might think it might just be a simple insult, but people, when they are really hurting, when they are really, really angry, they're gonna do their very best, like it's their job or something, to try every single way to hurt you until they finally do find a little chink in your armor and they see you react, and then they are going to try and magnify that point, that part of you that is insecure, and that is where the battle really gets tough, right? When you say that you have a thick skin, but then someone finds a thing that you also sort of agree about, you know, and it may not be true, but it's something that you feel very insecure about and they point it out. And that's what hurts. So I say this as a bit of a warning that this will happen. If you haven't experienced it yet, it's going to happen. I can guarantee you that. But I also want to say that when this happens, one of the best ways to cope with it, even though they're pointing out perhaps a weakness or a point that you feel very insecure about. And maybe it feels like there's a little bit of truth in it, right? But the way that you can really defend yourself from allowing them to leech your happiness and leech your life force is to step back, look at the person who's saying it, and analyze what's going on with them, right? One of the things I've always said that I really, really, really believe in is people say words. You don't treat everybody the exact same, right? The words that your best friend or your parents say to you, I would assume probably mean a lot more to you than some random guy that you run into at the gym or something like that, right? You're definitely going to take a lot more weight from the words that are given to you from someone that you love or you respect. But the problem is, when somebody says something negative or someone harps on something that you are insecure about, all of a sudden, for some reason, humans, we just do this psychologically, we just put a bunch of weight on their words. And then we start second guessing ourselves and we start saying, am I ugly? Will I never have a partner? Will I never succeed? Am I a loser? Is that person right? You start going down this spiral and then it starts amplifying your own insecurities. You'll start down talking yourself. And this is something that's really hard to deal with and to do something positive with. So the next time this happens, look at the person who's talking to you and think, do I respect this person? 1, and 2, do I want to be in the same position as them in life? And I don't just mean, do I want to be an angry, depressed, sad person like them? I mean, have they done something with their life that you admire, that you say, oh, I would love to be in the same position. I would love to be a doctor like that person. I would love to be able to open a nonprofit like that person, or whatever it is that you admire. And I'm going to pretty much guarantee you that no, that person is not in a position that you admire or respect. That person is not somebody that you have a lot of adoration, love, or respect for. And when you take that perspective, you take a lot of the power away from that bully, because you're not going to care what the person in a worse position than you would want to be in life is saying about you. So I saw this message from this guy, and it's crazy. He's been, like I said, he DM'd me in 2019. It's 2022 now. He's been following me for that many years and still harbors that anger and resentment against me. I don't know who he is. I haven't thought about Marvin ever since that message. I don't even remember the first message, but he has never forgotten me. And imagine holding on to that resentment and following somebody and watching all their content just to stoke your own anger every single day. Do not let that person turn you into them, because that is a miserable way to live. And I saw this DM and I knew that I wanted to make this video immediately, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I hope this resonates with you guys. I'm assuming that it does. And if you have anything to add to this, if you've experienced something like this, or if you have any advice on what to do when somebody sends messages like this, is bullying you, I would love for you to add them in the comments below, because this is a discussion that I think needs to be talked about more often than it is in the acne community, because I think so often we just focus on skincare, but there's also mental care, if that makes sense. And we have to really take care of what's behind here as well as what's on top of here. So a bit of a serious video. I know I had you in the first half. You were thinking, what is going on here? Brian is not a fraud. What is he saying here? So I hope you stuck through that. I know some people probably didn't, and they now think that I just Photoshop everything. But hey, a little bit of fun, it's okay. So for those of you that don't know, I actually have another channel called Team Acne on Instagram and on YouTube. I post a video every single week all about skincare, how to take care of your acne, and just general skin health. If you've ever thought like, yeah, your skin looks really great, it's because I've done a lot of research and I share all of it over on that channel. So if you're interested in getting rid of your acne or improving your skin health and looking younger for a really long time, you should definitely check out my YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description below. Team Acne, you're gonna freaking love it. Also, I know most of you who are watching here on the main channel are vegan, and if you have ever looked at my skin, I've gotten a lot of comments, people being like, I don't know how your skin looks the way it looks now when you had such severe acne. I definitely recommend checking out this skincare brand that I use called Banish. One, they're vegan, cruelty-free, which is massively important to me. They're all also small batch made, so every product that you buy will have been made within the last 7 days before you purchased it, which ensures that the ingredients in it are still active and haven't been degraded at all. Super fire line. It's really great for improving acne scarring, which is what I had, a lot of rolling scars. It's also good just for overall texture and anti-aging because it helps stimulate elastin and collagen regrowth as well as cell turnover. So if you are looking for that, if you're trying to look your dime piece best for your whole life, but you want to do it vegan, you want to support your boy, go to banishbrian.com, use the discount code Brian5 to get you $5 off your order. Cannot recommend them highly enough. You are going to freaking love them. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps it so much get out to other people. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and leave a comment, whether it is some extra advice or just saying, yo, I support you, I made it to the end of the video, and screw Marvin. Let's see some screw Marvins. All right, guys, I love you. You are not alone. You are beautiful, and you are part of Team Acne. I'll see you in the very next video.